The natural sweetness and crunchy texture of carrots makes them an incredibly versatile dessert. They're available all year round and pair incredibly with warm spices. Today I'm going to show you my twist on a classic dessert, the carrot cake. Now you know I love balancing flavors and textures, so I'm going to share this recipe with you, which is incredibly moist, topped with a beautiful light cream cheese mousse, all wrapped in a crunchy caramelized white chocolate and pecan glaze. So if you want to learn how to execute this recipe, keep watching. For the footage in this video, I ended up making a batch that yields 4 loaf tins, but my voiceover in the description below will be yielding 2 loaf tins. Starting on the cake, we're going to begin with 300 grams or 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, 8 grams or 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 6 grams or 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda, 6 grams or 2 teaspoons of salt, 8 grams or 4 teaspoons of cinnamon, 8 grams or 4 teaspoons of ginger, and 4 grams or 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. Then we're going to whisk this together until thoroughly combined and set it aside. Next, we're going to take 452 grams or 3 2/3 cup of carrots. You can shred it by hand or you can use a food processor like I am. Then you're going to pour over that 240 grams or 1 cup of buttermilk and set that mixture aside. In a stand mixer, we're going to beat 4 large eggs with 150 grams or 3/4 cup of sugar and 200 grams or 1 cup of dark brown sugar. We're going to beat this on a medium to high speed until the mixture becomes thick and pale. Once the eggs are thick and pale, we're going to lower the speed and begin to stream in 168 grams or 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. Then we're going to add in 10 grams or 1 tablespoon of vanilla paste. Now that our base is ready, we're going to begin adding in our dry and wet mixes. We want to alternate between the two while starting and ending on the dries to make sure we've thoroughly combined everything. And lastly, we are going to add in 126 grams or 1 1/4 cup of toasted pecans. You want to gently fold this into your batter and then fill our greased loaf tins 3/4 of the way high. Then we're going to bake these at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And while our cake is baking, we're going to move on to our cream cheese mousse. We're going to start by whipping 250 grams or 1 cup of heavy cream and setting that aside. In a stand mixer, we're going to paddle 100 grams or 1 stick of butter, 50 grams or 1/4 cup of sour cream, 50 grams or 1/4 cup of sugar, and 150 grams or 2/3 cup of cream cheese. We're going to paddle this together until it's smooth. Once our base is smooth, we're going to add in 1/3 of our heavy whipped cream and fold that into the base to lighten it. Then you're going to gently fold in the remaining 2/3 of our heavy cream and our mousse is ready to go. Moving on to our glaze, we're going to melt 100 grams or 2/3 cup white chocolate and 100 grams or 2/3 cup of dulce, which is a gorgeous caramelized white chocolate from Valrhona. However, if you can't get this, you can substitute the full edition for white chocolate. Then you're going to add in 60 grams or 1/2 cup of chopped pecans and 100 grams or 1/2 cup of coconut oil, and the glaze is done. And for a quick garnish, I'm going to show you guys how to make crystallized pecans. You're going to take 50 grams or 1/4 cup of sugar, 25 grams or 1 1/2 tablespoons of water, and bring that to 118 degrees Celsius. Then you're going to stir in 2/3 cup of pecans and continue to stir this until all of your nuts are equally crystallized. This is one of my favorite quick garnishes because you don't have to sit there and separate nuts one by one like when you caramelize them. And then you just want to set them on a sheet tray to cool completely. To glaze our cake, allow it to cool completely. It's best in the fridge or the freezer overnight. Then place it over a flipped bowl and begin gently pouring your glaze to cover the entire loaf and allowing all of the excess glaze to drip off. Then you can place the loaf in the fridge for a few minutes to set up.
Darling, you send me, I know you send me. Darling, you send me, I know you send me. Darling, you send me, I know you send me. Darling,
Okay, you guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. This is honestly the perfect cake to make if you're an athlete like me and you need to eat a lot of vegetables. There's no crumb coating, there's no icing a cake, but it looks like you've spent so much time making it. So with that being said, if you enjoyed this recipe, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment below what other recipes you want to see in the future.
Smash the like and subscribe button and comment down below of what you want me to do.